G'day world, Chris Hogan coming to you live from Techsauce Global Summit here in Bangkok. Thanks to our partners, True Digital Park here in Bangkok. And I'm here with Avery, who is from the ever-famous Vayner Media. How are you, Avery?
I'm doing great. So happy to be here, Chris, and so thankful for the Techsauce team for hosting us. Having an amazing time in Bangkok.
So, you just broke some news to me. What's happening? You guys have muscled your way into Asia.
Yes, Vaynermedia is officially in Asia. We recently opened our Singapore office, which will sort of serve as our headquarters for all of Asia Pacific as our jumping off point.
That's amazing. So, look out, Australia. You got some competition.
Hot off the presses.
Beautiful. So, Avery, what's your role in Vayner Media?
Yeah, so I'm a vice president at Vayner. I'm also responsible for sort of our global expansion into Singapore, so looking after our clients, business development, with a specific focus on media. Prior to Vayner, I was at Google for 6 years, which was really fun. It's actually how I got to know the Vayner guys.
Yeah, cool. And for those that don't know who Vayner Media is, can you tell us a little bit about Vayner Media?
Sure. We are a full-service marketing agency with a global focus. Our clients are typically enterprise brands, but we work with clients of all shapes and sizes, everything from more regional businesses to global enterprises where we're sort of responsible for creative or media on a global scale.
Yeah, so I'd say that your biggest passion is content creation?
Yeah, social media is really our bread and butter. We do a ton of great work. Actually, just yesterday we won a Cannes Lion for some of the work we did for Budweiser. But we really do creative media strategy, all of that great stuff with a specific focus on social, which is really kind of at the heart of what we do.
Absolutely. So I'm a big fan and big believer in what Gary actually, puts forth and the vibe and all that sort of stuff. So I run a marketing agency, content marketing agency as well, and 100% believe that we do need to be creating more content. What do you believe the biggest challenge is to businesses around, I guess, creating content?
I think the biggest challenge for businesses is that they're scared to create content that isn't perfect. We often hear, and even at Techsauce, we've been talking to a lot of brands who are like, I can't afford to have all of these different images and videos. I can only afford to post every so often. But what we view is that creating more content that's more personalized to your audiences, even if it's a little bit scrappier, is really the right way to kind of have that ongoing steady drumbeat of communication. So I think many brands are scared to do that. But at Vayner, we are heavy believers in the minimum viable product and putting out more to sort of understand the signals that social media is emitting. So just start by starting. Excellent
advice. I agree. And so that's what Beach City's all about: authentic, engaging content. We're live right now. So, and with regards to picking a channel, the challenges around, I guess, trust with Facebook and the fact that they also own Instagram and Snapchat being there and LinkedIn also around. What do consumers do? Do you have any advice for consumers around that at the moment?
Yeah, I think that consumers have to pick the platform that's right for them. And there's typically like a bit of a group mentality where, when your friends are on a platform, you like to be on the platform. Even we're in Thailand right now, where Line is incredibly popular. That's like the go-to network where people are messaging, sort of corresponding socially. You also have competitors like TikTok. Just was sitting in on one of their presentations, which was fascinating. So it's certainly not only a Facebook and Instagram dominated world these days. But with all of that said, I still believe that Facebook and Instagram, and of course they own WhatsApp as well, still certainly has a place because they're providing such tremendous value to consumers. Really interesting stuff. They're connecting people in a way that's never happened before, and they are making serious strides to ensure that consumers really understand the types of data that they have. In the past year, there's been a pretty massive crackdown on their transparency to users, which I think is great, and also the kind of crackdown of what advertisers are able to do on the platform. And I think all of those are strides in the right direction.
They absolutely are. They are strides in the right direction. I guess due to that transparency, the massive amount of transparency that they've actually put forward, that's why I guess people are sort of like, whoa, hang on, you haven't done this before.
Yeah.
We're not sure we trust you anymore. maybe you're being a little bit too honest, but it's good that they are doing that. So
it is. And the good thing is that the numbers in terms of usage have not slowed down a bit. If anything, they just continue to go in the opposite direction, where people are spending more and more time in those platforms. So ultimately, like, we view that as the barometer of customer trust more than anything.
Really, I've seen the exact opposite, where the younger than 25s are just out of there.
But onto Instagram and onto WhatsApp.
True.
It's all one big family.
Yeah. Sorry, Facebook.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, though, that some of the younger generations, it's not that they're off, they just never really got on. But what you are seeing a lot of is older folks are spending more and more time, all the parents and even grandparents now, getting on there with their profiles, messaging their friends, all that.
So, organic or paid?
Both. Have to have both. Organic is really what you use as the method to communicate with your existing sort of client base.
1%.
Exactly. And paid is what you use to sort of expand that. Of course, if you're that lucky brand who can have a viral organic hit, that's amazing. That doesn't happen for most brands, but you have to have both. Organic for community management, understanding exactly what your sort of existing customer base wants, and paid for more targeted acquisition and also personalized messaging. Because with organic, it's just kind of a one push message, versus with paid, you can have a different ad for Chris versus for Avery.
Absolutely. And so what are you hoping to get out of Techsauce yourself?
Yeah, one thing I've really enjoyed about Techsauce is just chatting with people like you. It's been great to hear from a couple of Thai brands. We have a couple clients here. It's been fun to actually meet them in person. So that was great. And hearing the Thai perspective, we spend a lot of time thinking about Southeast Asia more regionally, but hearing sort of the needs of Thailand specifically has been great. And it's been really fun to play around online a little bit.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. Plenty more coming to you live on facebook.com/Beach City Life. Thanks to our partners, True Digital Park.